Hey everybody. So today we're going to actually be talking about the second pillar of the 6 pillars of a real estate business. And we're going to be talking about lead generation. So if you like my content, please hit that like button, hit subscribe, because I would love to continue to bring you great content on how you can create a predictable, scalable, and sustainable business. So when it comes to lead generation, we always talk about sales funnels and how critical it is for you to constantly be feeding new people into your database. And then through our content and through our communication, we are moving people down from the know you, like you, to trust you section, which is then when they do business with you. And one of the big mistakes that I've seen real estate agents make is not committing to maximum 3 lead generation sources for long enough. So it is really critical that as you are creating your lead generation system, that you spend some time thinking about what are those sources going to be and what is going to be the system and plan in place for each one of them. I'll use an example. Geographic farming. You need to have a system. Are you going to be direct mailing them? Are you going to be door knocking? Are you going to be providing them with video content? What is going to be the strategy that you have behind that? And so often I see agents who will door knock, or they'll send out postcards, or they'll send out letters, and they'll do it for a couple weeks, a couple months, and then they stop. And what happens is on a lead generation source such as that, it's critical that you're doing it long enough that when people are making that decision to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, that you're that person whose piece of mail just came into their mailbox, and not some other agent who just started this week. Because people really don't, remember our names, don't remember our faces until we need to be in emotional proximity with them. So really be strategic about the plans that you put in place for your lead generation, and that initially you commit to 3. And whether that's going to be cold calling, whether that's going to be networking, if it's going to be geographic farming, if it's going to be demographic farming, really figure out what you're going to commit to and have a plan. And what is so important as well is really do sweat equity before you do check equity. I'm not a big fan of buying leads. I'm a big fan of developing them in more of an organic way, because buying leads, that spigot can turn off, or those leads aren't going to be as valuable to you right now as they could be. And if you don't have, and this is going to be pillar number 3, which is going to be lead follow-up, if you don't have your systems in place, you're going to be spending a lot of money for leads that aren't going to convert into an actual deal for you, because you don't have the systems to support the outreach and the follow-up that you need. So my big advice is to really think about what are those 3 lead generation activities that you're going to be doing in order to feed more people into the top of your sales funnel, and really look at that in conjunction with the business plan, which was our previous video, and really understanding how many contacts do you need to make, how many more people, like what's your gap analysis between the people that are actually in your database and how many you need in order to hit those transaction goals. And all of that starts from the business plan, then goes into pillar number 2, which is really about how do you go out and have more conversations with people about real estate. And if you're struggling with figuring out, which one I should do, or what is the top lead generation source I should have, once again, comment below, follow me on Instagram at @TheStephWilkinson, DM me guide, and I will provide you with my free health assessment for your business, which will really also give you some key indicators on where your systems are right now and where they may need to be. And stay tuned, because when we talked about a couple videos ago about the flywheel, we are going to be talking about a lead generation flywheel coming up, which will be also additionally helpful for you. Once that video is posted, I'll go back and add it to the end screen so that you can follow it. However, we are going to go through the 6 pillars first before I go into a lead generation flywheel. But once again, big thing to think about, what are those 3 lead generation sources that you're going to go at? Do some research into the time that it's going to take, so the time return on investment, along with a financial return on investment, and make sure it's something that you're going to consistently stick with. Because once again, we've talked about this before. You can't fall in love with the results you have to fall in love with the process. And once again, an amazing lead generation strategy is doing social media content and YouTube videos. If you have questions about that, just shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'm happy to have a conversation with you about what are some of the top topics that you can be doing strategically and how you can use AI to help you. So once again, please hit the like button, please hit subscribe, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Thanks.